Hi again. I tried to film outside on the porch earlier today because it was nice and it was cold. But then there were too many people outside, even though I was on my own porch. I am so ridiculous. I'm so ridiculous about that. I can't. I just can't. I'll be sitting on my own porch. I'll have an entire yard between me and a person just walking down the street, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna talk right now. I don't want them to hear me. They might look at me. You ever try to be a being that exists out in public, but you're more like a quantum molecule that does not perform when observed? Is that what they do? Is that anyway? Whatever. I don't care. I was gonna talk about how nice the cold is and how I enjoy it. And look, I live in like the southern United States. Okay, the winters here are they're pretty damn mild. Like it's not like a Minnesota or God forbid a Maine winter. All right, I will cease that. But I I don't know. When I was younger, like a little kid, and my mom would make a nice warm bath. You know, you make your child a nice warm bath so that they can get clean. um, I would tell her that it felt like my skin was melting off because the bath was too warm. And that's how I feel. That's how I feel when I'm too hot. That's how I feel when I'm sweating. That's how I feel. It's just like, I don't know. I like the cooler temperatures more. And there's something so sobering about going outside and it just being cold. When I was in college, I would be up until like 3, 4 in the morning working on studio projects. And I would work at an overnight studio that was always open. And then I would bike back to my dorm room um, once I was done in order to, get some sleep before class started. Uh, and every time it was just like, it was usually always cold when I would bike back. And having that just like hit my face when it was so late at night and I was so tired, there was something so nice about it. There was something so like, oh, okay, yeah, I could really use this right now. This is really helpful right now. And I don't know. I started to think about how there's very few bad things that I associate the cold with. I don't even think about winter as like a bad thing. I usually just think about winter as like things going to sleep. Like it's cold, so things go to sleep. I actually think that's what we're supposed to do. I think that the reason that winter sucks so much for everyone is because we're all supposed to be sleeping. The trees are asleep, the bears are asleep, most of the bugs are asleep, most plants are asleep. And a lot of people say, they're dead, but they're not dead. They come back in spring. They're just asleep right now. Like turtles are asleep. I think crocodiles are asleep right now. I don't know. Anyway, you're supposed to be napping. That's what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why you're so grumpy in winter. You're so grumpy in winter because you're supposed to be taking your nap. Oh, anyway, that's it. That's all I have for today. I hope that the people watching this who are continuing to watch this, my last video has like 11 views. 11 views. That's so many. That's so many views. Who are you people? No, really, uh, you don't have to say who you are. I'd like to know though. I really would. I'm so curious about who watches these videos. Um, anyway, that's it. That's the update for today. I really have to go take a shower. Thank you so much for checking in. I'll see you tomorrow, friend.